Hey everybody, it's SK again. In the last episode... I don't honestly remember. It's been like a week and a half since I've actually played. And I've spent a little bit of time between that episode and this one, which again, I did some shit. I can't even remember at this point. I apologize. I actually leveled up my warrior to 50, so that way, you know, if I take monk to 99, I don't necessarily have to worry too much about the warrior. I did a little bit of leveling off screen, etc., etc. I also finally ponied up the dough and got myself... That's okay, I got myself naked, apparently. I got myself a fucking scorpion harness. I know, that's not really like an achievement now. That's sort of like a yippee frickin' skippy. But that has been like a lifelong, like... The scorpion harness is basically the reason I quit. Straight up. Like, I spent months upon months leveling my goldsmithing, farming gold ore so I can turn it into gold, ingots so I can turn it into platinum, etc., etc., etc. I did all of that because I was trying to make money to afford a scorpion harness for my warrior. Because I had all the AF for my warrior. I had everything. The thing is, a lot of the gear for the warrior, the AF for the warrior kind of sucked. Specifically and especially the chest piece, because the warrior chest piece had like +8 enmity or something stupid like that. Which would be good if the warrior was a tank, except, you know, for the parlance of the times, they were most certainly not a tank in any way, shape, or form, so it was kind of a useless thing. And I spent months in goddamn Oldton Movopolis trying to earn the money to get the scorpion harness. And I mean, it was a bunch of other things. I'd played way too much and kind of burned myself out. But I mean, in the time that I had spent, and I mean, granted, it was like... By the time I really started chugging along and you know, farming the gold ore to make the ingots, sell it and everything, and I mean, I was selling at the time a stack of gold ingots for like 900,000 gil a pop, right? But it took a long fucking time to get that ore because you had to compete with goddamn gil sellers constantly. But the reason I started that was because it was originally 3 million gil, and I was like, okay, all I need to make is like 3 or 4 stacks, and then I should be good. It may take a while, but I can make up my own money, yada yada yada. And in the 3 weeks it took for me to farm up that ore to get that 3 million gil, it went from 3 million to 8 million to 20 million in the span of 3 weeks. That's how much it inflated because of the gil sellers. And then Christmas happened and everything in my link shell blew up, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'm done, and I just rage quit and deleted everything and just uninstalled it in my computer and then just didn't touch it for like 2 or 3 years. But I finally have Scorpion Harness now, guys! Yay! I've got Scorpion Harness now. I also went back to 30 FPS land, by the way. I was going to say I was going to do that a few episodes ago, and then I went back because, you know, it's so smooth and sparkly and shiny, but realistically speaking, you know, to do what I'm doing in terms of recording, even with a brand new computer, this game is not exactly what we would call well optimized. I'm putting my Monk AF back on, by the way, because baller is shit looking. Because at least for what I have, at least for what I'm doing, even with a good computer, the game's not exactly optimized for 60 FPS, so unless I have, I don't know, way more acumen with actually overclocking computers or what have you, the ability to actually maintain that 60 FPS and the quality I want it to look at while recording is probably not going to be terribly likely. So, for the purpose of actually maintaining, you know, visual quality and just keeping, okay, we're gonna pretend that this particular moment is not happening. But for the purpose of maintaining that sort of like visual acuity and keeping the frame rate up and making it look overall just more aesthetically pleasing, I'm going to keep it at 30 FPS down. But the reason I'm doing all of this stuff today, with that like 4-minute interlude aside, we are going to be doing Mission 5-1. Ah, you best hurry to Chateau d'Orgalis. Something terrible is in the works there. So, this is the first part of, I believe, Mission 5-1. Which I have to go to Fayin to find something, perpy? What is a perpy? Purple monkey dishwasher and all that. I still have a few prison powder and silent oils left, thank God. I may have to go and restock before I go and take care of all of this. Now, the reason I'm doing this, like the Mission 5-1 and potentially 5-2 after, is because I'm still... My mind and my soul are not ready to do the level 60 limit break quest, man. I just got through Bordeaux and Devoy and fucking Castle Ostroja. I need a moment to grieve, you know what I mean? I need a moment to recuperate and sort of steady myself and psych myself up before I go on to that particular foray, because for real, fuck those places. I mean, yes, that's great. I get to level 65, and I think level 65 is something stupid like... Actually, I don't even know what it is. I want to say it's something very, very easy, though. It's not exactly difficult. I don't really remember, because the last time I've done this limit break quest, and the only time I've done this limit break quest previous to this moment was with my my red mage that I did back in... that I actually played back in, like, October, November, December, to that effect. And again, that was a point where I was actually still recovering from a knee injury, so I was kind of, like, not really walking, and, you know, my mind was in a bunch of different places, shall we say. So I don't really remember what the hell I'm doing. But we're gonna do this mission instead. Oh, Shaz Muffin's cutscenes. Hello, Nara. Now you've rushed back from Juneau upon hearing the news. Yeah, of course I did. You've taken care of the bandits already. Oh, good. Good. I totally didn't forget about that at all. Not even slightly. Well, Halvar is exaggerating again with talk of a botched assassination. What do you mean by the king falling unconscious? Surely he's not calling adventurers to the chateau over such nonsense. Such brigands cannot stand before the might of the temple knights. His whisperings dishonor our nation. Do you not agree? Karila, are you there? Yes, your majesty. Destin, dapper as always. Ah, very good. Your leadership was exemplary as always. Thanks to you, I can focus on my duties. You are too kind, your majesty. However, Karila, there seems to be something you overlooked. Your majesty? During the uproar, somebody made off with the talisman. The talisman, your majesty? Not the one that keeps the Shadow Lord imprisoned. The very one. We were visited by an infiltrator while our eyes were on the brigands. So, the intruders were but a decoy. I suspected them so. If you suspect, then why didn't you freaking say anything? I know you're the king and all, but anyway. And who might know of the talisman's existence, even among Sandorians? Your majesty, I fear someone bent on bringing the Shadow Lord back from his exile did this. I didn't know about this damn talisman until like 2 seconds ago. What the hell are y'all talking about? But before we track down this infiltrator, first we must thwart their sinister plot. However, let us decide on a plan of action. Kirilla, be not disheartened. By no means was this your fault. Call off the alert and return to your regular duties. Well, Nara and I, your help is needed yet again. Halvar will convey my orders soon enough. Remember, you have our thanks. That clipping, though. But again, for a 2002 era game, I mean, it does obviously show its age, but for a game that came out in 2002, this holds up surprisingly well in terms of the graphical department. We shall begin immediate discussion on the policy for action. Nara and I must look on improving your skills and equipment. Oh yeah, no problem. See this sweet-ass AF I've got on right now? Speak not of the attempt of the king's life, nor the business with Shadow Lord, lest grip panic the kingdom. Nee. Yo. So, I think I talked to Halvar? We should begin immediate discussion on the policy for action. You must work on improving your skills and equipment. Motherfucker, I did! Ah! Nara and I require key eye and tireless endurance is the most important matter. You see, I was speaking with His Majesty just the other day. Why do I get the feeling this has nothing to do with my mission? You sent for me, Your Majesty? Halvar, it is most troublesome. There is something I must confer with you about. Nay, rather I have a request for you. Yes, Your Majesty? Well, how do I begin? You recall the day when my beloved Lute first came to the chateau? Why, of course, the chateau was buzzing with rumors of the lovely Tefnazian princess that was destined to be our next queen. At the time, I was but a lowly student. I'd snuck out of a lecture to catch a glimpse of her noble countenance. In the end, I skipped the entire class just to see the royal parade. I managed to view Queen Lute's fair profile from the gathered crowd. That image still burned into my mind even now. Oh! Sounds like Halvar may or may not have had the hots for the queen. I never dreamt that I would end up working so closely with the beautiful princess I saw that day. Queen Lute would always smile and have a kind word for me. Meanwhile, the king's just like, shut the fuck up. Halvar, I wasn't asking you for a rambling trip down memory lane. Ah, my apologies, Your Majesty. Was this request related to somebody to the queen? But yeah, he definitely digged her, man. It has nothing to do with Lute. I wanted to speak with you about a new queen. A whole crap load of exclamation points. Again, I must apologize for not seeing straight to the heart of the matter, Your Majesty. I thought perhaps it was time the subject was broached. Or breached, or whatever. Ah, well, Your Majesty has been alone for quite some time now. I'm sure that with your late wife would completely understand. Yes, I do not doubt that Lute has been uneasy in her eternal rest. However, I want you to search for a suitable lady to become the future Queen of Sandoria. Me, Your Majesty? I am honored that you would place that kind of trust in me, but I'm not sure. If Your Majesty commands it, I would do my utmost to fulfill this duty. And what qualities would be desirable for the lady to possess? Naturally, she must have a compassionate heart for all of our subjects, as did my dear Lute. Your Majesty, even now your thoughts are with her. It makes my heart ache to think of that loss she must be feeling. This is a somewhat difficult question, but should the lady be blessed in appearance, a person of similar features to Queen Lute? They said that men always look at the image of their mother. However, these things should be asking the lady's future husband. Finding out his preferences will be part of this task. First, I must talk to the future husband. Wait, future husband? Image of their mother? Your Majesty, what exactly are we talking about here? There is someone, like, texting like a motherfucker on my phone right now. Y'all gonna wait about 10 minutes? I'm sorry. Haven't you been listening, Halver? We are speaking about Tryon's bride-to-be. Of course, it is yet to be decided whether or not Tryon is to succeed me. However, it is a distinct possibility. It will be necessary to find Preuge a bride as well. Or, excuse me, Peuge. Whatever the hell how do you pronounce his name? Peuge? It will be necessary to find Peuge, sure. Peuge a bride as well, but for the moment I believe we should search for a fitting consort for Crown Prince Tryon. Prince Tryon, so I believe that this is what all about. I thought our conversation peculiar. The only peculiar thing around here is you, however. In any case, I instruct you with the duty of finding Tryon a suitable wife and arranging an introduction. This need not be so difficult if Tryon is merely made aware of the fact that he has approached a marriageable age. Aha! Only have I never spoken with Prince Tryon on a matter such of his... the subject of his preferences. I have it. This may seem presumptuous of me, but what of my own daughter? She is kind-hearted and fair of face. She has perhaps been of a marriageable age for a little longer than usual, as I pondered which house would be best for her to marry into. However, have you developed a sense of humor over the years? Oh, damn. Damn, that is a burn, sir. A sense of humor, I assure you, I'm most serious. I never thought you were the type to indulge in comedy. You must entertain us with your jests at the next banquet. Now, as for Tryon's preferences, this is quite the quandary, isn't it? Damn! Destin's kind of a dick, I'm gonna be honest here. I kind of feel bad for Helver. I'm well aware of Tryon's taste in ladies. Prince Peuge. My brother's predilections are obvious if you spent much time with him as I have. Of course, who would know better than his own brother? Well, out with it then, Peuge. My brother, Prince Tryon, prefers elven girls with shoulder-length blonde hair parted in the middle. He seems to think that a well-traveled, free-spirited adventurer would make the best partner for him. An adventurer? I must say, this is a surprise. I would have thought a nobleman's daughter of the princess as a distant land would be more, Things have certainly changed since my day. Mayhap this is the best choice for him. Elver, continue this discussion with Peuge and seek out a girl that matches Tryon's interests. Peuge, not a word of this to your brother. He will become obstinate if he finds that we've been having this discussion without his knowledge. Of course, father, I'm well aware of his stubbornness. And that is a predicament I'm in. According to Prince Peuge, Prince Tryon prefers elven girls with shoulder-length blonde hair parted at the middle. I should think that since you have so much traffic with adventure types, you would have no problems finding a lady that fits that description. What do you say? Will you do it? Naturally, you'll be compensated for your troubles. I mean, sure. Be sure you choose a person, yada 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 yada. Bring the bride to be to me first, and I'll decide if she is suitable for Prince Tryon. I will also require your assistance during the introductions. Good luck on your search. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that has literally nothing to do with the mission. So let's talk to him again, see what he has. Uh-huh. Okay, so can I talk to him? Am I still gonna be stuck in... What the f... Can I... Okay. Okay, so allegiance, da-da-da-da-da-da. Go to the gate guard and accept the mission. Oh, I have to go to the gate guard. Okay, that would explain some things. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get some Fey in it. And meanwhile, I can figure out who the hell texted me like 17 times. Yeah, I know, I'm multitasking. Y'all got a deal. I do have, unfortunately, real-life responsibilities outside of this. Good times. So I'm going to the gate guard, and I guess I'm going to get the quest, and then I go back to Helver, and then I'm like, hey, I got the thing I need. You know, reasons, I guess. Southern Sandoria exit, because sure, why not? I mean, that saves me literal 15 seconds, so I shouldn't have read that. That's just like really fucking God damn it, Beavis. Okay, anyway, back to Andrasian. Andrasian? Drakian? I don't know, man. These names make no damn sense. The ruins of Feiyin. There you are. I've been looking for you. On Lara's Halvers, you headed to the chateau immediately. It sounds as if he's a fairly important mission. Yes, yes, yes. Equip the journey. Yes, yes. The Manole? The Manole. Or something like that. So now I go back to Helver. He gives me shit that I need. And then I go to Feiyin, which luckily enough, again, one of the nice little modern perks of, there it is. The nice little perks of a modern day Final Fantasy XI is that I don't have to spend 45 goddamn minutes running from here to Feiyin from Sandoria, which, to be fair, is not the worst thing in the world, and I mean, you would probably have to get like a teleport Zalvel, or however the hell you pronounce it. Zalvel? Zavel? Something like that. You'd have to get a teleport crystal, basically, or you would run. But now we have home points and survival guides and all that shit, and now it's just like, sweet McGee, now I can just do my own thing. Ouch. Alright, Helver, please release me from this prison, if you want to appear, please. Thank you. We've come to a decision at last. We will send an expedition to the accursed Northlands. We'll go to the ancient ruins of Feiyin, northeast of the Busadine Glacier. Of course, we'll be going too. The ruins are a city built by an ancient civilization that we believe was more advanced than our own. The race that lived there was called themselves the Xylar. Oh, that's where Xylar comes from. Oh. The race that lived there called themselves the Xylark. We have a similar ruins in the Cape Terrigan to the south. I don't remember reading this. Again, you know, injury. Amazingly, they both remain, though they were built long ago. It is as if some unforeseen force defies time to protect them. Once, 30 years ago, an international expedition was sent to the Northlands. They were to uncover the secret of the Xylart's power. They returned empty-handed. We need you to head to the Busadine Glacier and scour the ruins of Feiyin yourself. The ruins are overrun with fiends, you know. We captured it from the Shadow Lord 20 years ago at the cost of many lives. We set a seal on the ruined Colosseum to strengthen the barrier of the Northlands from the inside. You must find it and use this new seal to strengthen its magic if necessary. Yes, I'm concerned about the Shadow Lord's return, but if the border falls and the other base pass into our realm, all this world will fall into ruin. So, sounds like a fucking party. So, yay, I don't have to be level 50 to where the hell am I going? I don't have to be level 50 to do this anymore. Woo, woo, cuckoo, ka-choo, and all that. Which, again, modern day Final Fantasy. Oh god, is this the thing that mutes me? Is this what mutes me? No, this is not what mutes me. Where's the mute button? Hey guys, I found the mute button. And now it kind of hurts to breathe. Woo! Okay, enter Feiyin. For a cutscene, Feiyin is in northeast corner of the Busadine Glacier. Yes, I know. I think I've already been to Feiyin. Travel to another home point. Actually, I can just straight up take the teleport right here. Cuckoo ka-choo. Yeah, I have been here because that was one of the monk quests, wasn't it? I don't know. If you guys are actually watching this, all 5 of you, you probably know my story better than I do at this point because it's been so much damn time between all of this. So, cutscene time. So, Lion and Xy'ed, you exist. 30 years ago, the 3 nations, Windurst, Bastok, and Sandoria, sent an expedition to investigate this cursed land. The Gokka swordsman Ralgrim, the human monk Cornelia, the human warrior Ulrich, the elven knight Frankmaj, the Taratara white mage Iru Kuiru, sure, Iru Kuiru, and the Mithra ranger Rabintha. The names, man! Were members of the expedition. All of them were great heroes of the people, but they had to cut the expedition short when an accident claimed 2 of their group. Yeah, we know about that little expedition. Ralgrim and Cornelia were the ones who died in the accident. The others were said to have suffered violent deaths themselves after their return. Perhaps they'd awakened the curse that was once said to be buried in this land. They must have called forth the ancient bane. The ancient bane, the shadow of darkness, an image of the Shadow Lord told us that our kinds were the ones that had awakened him. That he would spread the bane that would destroy Vanadil from our cowardice, rage, envy, arrogance, and apathy. His image I see. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vanadil. The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. The blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the worlds will fall into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold on to the hope of these darkest of times, that they will come with the wisdom of ages and the strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the Warriors of the Crystal. That's an old song. It's called Warriors of the Crystal, isn't it? Given the fact that the Warriors of the Crystal actually shows up within the lyrics, I would assume so. It's called the Hokey Pokey, actually, now that you mention it. It's just an old wives' tale. I do not know why I mentioned it. I must go. I do not expect to find much, but something troubles me. What the hell's going on now? Sup, bitch? How y'all doing? Okay. Head east towards K8. K8. That's where I am, isn't it? At K8 you will see 2 dolls. There is a Kermit gate on the east wall. Click on it to enter the Ubia Arena. The majority of the monsters are fey and detected by sound. You have to, if you've been here before, check the home point inside. You can just teleport there. Oh, there's a battle here, huh? The boss is a skeleton Archlich Taberquone, assisted by several minions. Once the arch is defeated, the battle ends. Buff wears upon entering the battlefield. You have 15 minutes. This is gonna sound like fun. Okay, so it actually sounds like I actually need to partake in some fighty goodness here, which scares me a little because I kind of wasn't expecting that at all. Also, this BCNM is super kind of scary looking compared to all the others. I don't know why. Well, maybe it's because it hadn't been fully loaded yet and it was just a swirling mass of badness. Beavis. Rank 5 mission, please, and thank you. Oh, I can use trusts, right? Because if not, I'm gonna be in some serious hurt and pain here. So we're gonna send the good trusts. Yes, I can use them. Thank you, sweet Jesus. Of course, I'm gonna be using, like, my main group with Valena Roll, Adelhigh, Kabibi, and... Who the fuck else do I have? Who else do I have? I can't remember. Oh, it's, the King of Hearts? No, it's Joaquin. That's right, it's Joaquin. Again, I don't actually know if that's how his name is spelled, but I'm pretty sure that's how Joaquin Phoenix's name was spelled. So, you know, he's now Joaquin Phoenix to me, and y'all just gonna have to make do with it. Are there things over in those corners? Because if they're not, I would like to know about them. Ancient Sorcerer. Oh, hi! How you doing? What's up? Yeah, you're not sleeping me, bitch. You sleep me, I'm pretty much dead. So, have fun. And he just, like, teleported like crazy. That's pretty awesome. So, we're gonna buff all of the things. Did you use all of the buffs? Have all of the buffs been used? So we're gonna kill the shit out of these sorcerers first. I think they respawn, but for now I want to make sure they get the hell out of my way as soon as possible because the Archlich Taberquone. Yeah, they totally respawn. So Archlich, my friend, is gonna be knowing some pain here. Thank you for immediately knowing which thing I was attacking, by the way. I appreciate that. I'm also going to 2-hour, because, you know, I can. You want to sleep gun me, bitch? I don't think so, good sir. Did it not go through? Okay, fine. Oh, that's why, because I don't have the right macro bars. Oh, I remember now. I remember these things now. Also, they're all, like, jacking my shit up. So if any of you would like to wake up, wake me up inside, can't wake up, free me from the nothing that I have become, I would be, like, super thrilled because, this dude's kicking my ass now. I mean, to be fair, I'm also a monk and I just 100-fisted the fuck out of it. Having said that, no. Oh, okay. That was surprisingly easy and painless. Alright. Go gadget 100 fists. You fight well, but you should learn to pace yourself. Battles are won by those who can still swing their swords at the end of the day. So what if I use my 2-hour? I did my shit right. I'm curious, what are you doing here? The beasts have been acting strangely. Were you asked to spy on them? The seal of the Northlands. Ah, that thing those Tarutarus did at the end of the Great War. I have seen no signs of it. It must have already been broken. I wish I could see the look on your superiors' faces when they find out. You say you've been brought another seal. You should not have bothered, as they are useless. Really? This is all totally new to me, by the way. I don't think I've ever actually gotten rank 6. Maybe once. Maybe. Like I said, it may have been my main character way the hell back when. But I don't really remember it. Who am I? I'm just a wandering knight. You were the dick that made me do the most bullshit quest in the history of Final Fantasy XI. I know you, good sir. You have a very awesome helmet. I do not care what the beastmen do, nor should you. The Shadow Lord was killed 20 years ago, and that is a fact. The rumors of him returning are just plain nonsense. Oh, you were wrong as fuck, my friend. But Castle Zaval is also called the Crossroad of Fates, and yet it cannot be. This music's pretty badass, though. Feels oddly superior. Okay, burnt seal. Fantastic. Okay. Great sword weapon skill, shockwave, very useful. Burnt seal. Report back to Helver. Talk to Prince Tryon for an additional cutscene. Where the hell? Where the hell am I? Because this place is kind of... Oh, this is the actual BCNM. This is like the outside of it. The outside arena. That's fucking cool. That's actually really neat. That's a nice little visual detail that I really, really like. Don't look at me like that. Oh! Wait a minute. Can I get the... No, I already have the double ice from Carbuncle's Ruby. By the way, occasionally I've been... while doing a little bit of off-screen leveling, I have managed to get another couple of colors for the Carbuncle's Ruby. I have no idea which one of them they are at this point. I don't remember anymore. But I do have them. Yee-hee. Yee-haw, and all that. Actually, no, fuck this. I'm just gonna use my warp ring. F that. I don't feel like fighting anything right now, or using a prism powder. Because, you know, I don't need to. I can just use the home point and go back to Sandoria that way. Again, one of the joys of Final Fantasy XI in 2017, I don't really have to worry quite as much about the logistics of how the fuck you're gonna get home. You know, aside from warp scrolls. Because warp scrolls were like the bomb diggity, man. Love those things. Travel to another home point. No, not current region. Sandoria, there you go. Northern Sandoria, the one that doesn't have a location to it or some such. That way we can turn this in, and we may even be able to get rank 5-2 started. Now, I don't know if I actually want to, like, do rank 5-2? Because, again, I think I managed to get rank 6 words. Rank 6 on my main character, you know, back in, again, and back the 2004-2005 era. But I was a nublet, I wasn't really paying attention to anything. I was probably carried by people who were way more knowledgeable in the game than I was. So I don't remember shit. Oliver! Yo! Hi, welcome back. I'm sure the lords of both knightly orders would like to hear your report right away. So, the seal of Fayin is broken. We must face the prospect of Netherbeast laying siege to this land as they did 2 decades past. It's multiple pasts. Peculiar have been their actions of late. Now this. We must act swiftly. Yes, but our obligation to the Alliance denies unilateral deployment to lands abroad. Were not the Northlands reduced to ashes in the wars of old? This does not bode well. Vigilantly we watch that land, and still this comes to pass. Yes, I'm afraid you are right. Our eyes were on the comings and goings of orcs, ignorant of the greater threat. And how should we explain this to our allies? Sandoria cannot become the laughingstock of the civilized world. Dude, pride is not the big thing going on here, man. Are such words even necessary? Prince Tryon! Before they hit us, let us hit them. A bold strike would hamper their momentum. Oh, don't tell me Pyuj is going to show up and this is going to be like a total shitstorm. But, my prince, us sending troops into the Northlands to expose ourselves to a certain degree of diplomatic liability. Liability? Fools! Are you all blind to this peril? The enemy approaches while we bicker. Yes, Prince Tryon. However, we should involve the king and Prince Pyuj in this decision. Kirilla, do you share the opinion of Halvar and Rahal? Yes, my prince. We know not of the enemy's numbers. I believe that peril of rushing headlong into battle would be too great. Indeed, word of the Shadow Lord's return was brought to us by adventurers, and it is of yet unconfirmed. And it did happen to be all true, and if it did happen to be all true, all of the Knights of Sandoria would not be enough. You must confer with the Alliance, my prince. It's like, god damn it, fine. So be it. All this talk of diplomatic liability. There are people we must defend and an enemy we must defeat. Not matters, but that's simple truth. Could you please just get a crowbar and just try to pry your head out of your ass for like 5 seconds, man? In such times, where could Pyuj be going? Wait, where is Pyuj going? Prince Tryon? She's got the hots for him, doesn't she? Meanwhile, Halvar's just like, well, alright, bitches, guess I'm gonna figure it out. We must make haste and decide upon our policy for our kingdom. At any rate, the exploration of Feiyin is complete. Much time may be needed before we reach a conclusion. Rest and prepare for other expeditions. And thank you for your dutiful service. Alright, so that's a thing that happened. We know the Shadow Lord's waking up. That's pretty nifty. I mean, in the sort of like, oh Jesus Christ, the embodiment of evil is coming back to eat everyone's face. Oh, that's fantastic. That's absolutely wonderful. Oh, there were optional things. I could talk to Tryon. Additional dialogue not received. Trust Kirilla, you may get the dialogue first. Use to get the additional dialogue until the general secret has been completed. Okay. So, now what? Can I just get rank 2 right now? Because I'm only at like 35 minutes. 33 minutes, as a matter of fact. And that feels a little... Stupid computer. And by computer, I mean my brain. Yes, current region. Southern Sandoria, exit Port Favor. And we can see if I can actually grab the Shadow Lord. Because if I can, I may as well just grab it. And if not, we may just be calling this episode a little bit early. Which will kind of suck, but considering that I've had a few, like, hour-and-a-half long episodes, I think that I'm allowed to have a short one every now and again. Also, one thing I want to mention, there's apparently some sort of, like, you know, 15th anniversary Vantage, yada yada yada. Dude, this game is 15 freaking years old. Can you believe that shit? So, but the 15th anniversary, there's like 5 events going on. You can't see it anymore. There you go. Welcome to a store. Look at that. Ongoing quiz for the ages, yada yada yada. 15th Vaniversary Mog Bonanza. My Little Shadow Lord. Return Home to Vanadil. 15th Anniversary Adventurers Campaign. May 2017 Logging Campaign. And the Spring Alter Ego Extravaganza. There's like 7 freaking things going on at the exact same time. Which is BS, but awesome at the same time because that meant that I've gotten like 85% of the trusts in the game. I don't remember if you guys remember how this looked beforehand, but it was not this many people. It did not have nearly this many people. I had to go back to, I basically filled up my inventory, went to Gondabad, unloaded all of it for like 20 minutes, then went back, filled up my inventory, went back to Gondabad, and then went back again to grab the last 2 or 3 people that I needed. And I think there's still like 1 or 2 guys, 1 or 2 ciphers that I haven't gotten yet because I actually ran out of login points, and that's kind of pathetic, but you know, them's the berries. I do not have it. Okay, so in that case, it looks like we're going to be ending this just a little wee bit early. Appreciate your patience. I apologize that it's not going to be as long as an episode as normal. But if you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to send hate mail, groovy do, go for it. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Where's the stop record button? Where's the stop record?